guys, welcome back to We Had a Time podcast. This is an episode where we're going to be talking about all things sex, sexual relations, hookups, and today we have an amazing guest here, none other than Kevin.
Hello. So clock in and buckle up because this is We Had a Time.
We're going to get into our first segment, which is called
What's Tea?
So Kevin, tell us a bit about yourself. Tell us about how your week's been going, and just tell the audience who you are.
Yeah.
About myself, oh my god, I do so much in my life. I do a lot. I make music, I do graphic design, fashion shows, what else? I travel a lot.
Wow.
Bitch, I'm just living life at this point. Like,
What's your Instagram handle so people can find
oh,
you?
Neon Beings, NEONBEINGZ.
And Kevin has a lot of travel content. Like every time Kevin goes on holiday, I'm gagging all the time. The stories, the looks, the ensemble, the face, like it is.
Excursions.
She has a good time.
And my travel bag right now, isn't it?
Absolutely.
That's what it's giving right now. Like, I feel like 25 to 30 is giving like, I'm just traveling now. I'm not even trying to like do anything crazy right now. I just want to see the world.
And this is the era to do that. So what's been going on with your week, girl?
My week? Oh, what's been happening this week? I've been chilling.
Anything like pop culture wise?
Oh my god, we watched the Nickelodeon thing.
Yes, we did.
Oh,
Wait, have you seen it?
No, I have not seen it yet.
It's actually quite heavy.
Really?
Yeah, it's quite heavy.
It's quite heavy. What happened to,
How many episodes?
There's 4 or 5 episodes. It came
Okay.
on Max. Obviously watched it. Different ways to watch it over here, but it was really interesting to see like how like Drake from Drake and Josh like got like in the position he was in because he was such a big star, and Amanda as well, like Amanda Bynes, like,
Amanda Bynes.
she was like
Bynes.
at the top of her game, but like see where they are now, it just makes sense, like the things they've gone
Fucking
through.
fucked
So,
up. Like Hollywood's fucked up. Like people think like, oh yeah, I want to be famous, I want to be all of this, but kind of like the reality of it, like they go through
stressful.
a lot.
You think it's all like glitz and glams, but behind the scene, girl, these rituals and all of the stuff that they be doing to these children, these babies, it's really heartbreaking.
I mean, think about Epstein Island as well, or that kind of man that's going with all those rich people in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like,
that are yet to be caught. But anyway.
that's coming soon. Okay, thanks for let us know. And Declan, what has been happening in your week?
So I've been keeping up with what's been going on with Kate.
oh my god,
Yeah, I'm so sad. It was announced recently that she actually has cancer, which is really heartbreaking. It made me feel bad because I was really indulging in like the social media
and the mess of it
memes
all or whatever.
and
yeah.
the mess and what everyone was saying. But yeah, it's
Never
quite
know.
devastating that you think.
You never know what's happening behind closed doors, and like I know this is going to be a big thing as well because the like lineage is going to be like
Absolutely.
tainted. Obviously, the king had a form of cancer, and now like on the other side of the family where is the son called George, the king after William. George is like
I
has
believe.
bloodline, like a cancer bloodline, so people are going to be talking about that, and like that's about what.
But at the end of the day, there's normal people, do you know what I mean? Cancer
Yeah,
can affect anybody.
anyone.
the thing. Like,
That's the thing, yeah.
They for so long they've been trying to like portray it like this perfect.
It's impossible,
family
man.
and all this stuff, but when the cracks start happening, it's a big thing because you don't expect it to happen to them. But it does.
Exactly. And like regardless of my views on the royal family, I can still recognize that this is a heartbreaking situation, and it's quite devastating that this has been announced. But yeah, the memes on social media, the conspiracies that people were going
BBL.
into, actually got a BBL. That was funny.
That was actually funny.
Why would you come to that conclusion? But I was indulgent, I can't lie.
It was funny, yeah, it's just the
funny.
bullshit. We love the bullshit.
We love it, we live for it. Yeah.
Always for it.
I know.
What's been happening in my week?
Yeah, tell us.
I'm trying to get into my dating game.
Ooh.
Oh my god, yeah, what's the tea?
What's going on?
Take all of the tea.
Come on.
Say it now, we cut it out, it's fine.
I just want to have like someone to, like
Oh, he's a Libra down.
make a connection with.
This is
Yes.
a Libra
Get to
down.
know slowly. It doesn't have to be quick. Like we just need to like figure out who we are.
Of course.
Like together, and then we can start dating. But it's so hard in like the queer climate because
So
people
difficult.
don't know what they want, and like they'll say people mean, they lie, like.
So just take your time, man.
Just take your
know
time.
somebody.
Or you
Just
come
take your
across
time.
someone that says, oh yeah, I want to be in a relationship. Yeah. And then 6 months down the line, they're like, oh, I want to be in a relationship with a woman.
No.
Oh.
Oh!
Oh.
That's authority. Know what you want. Don't lie unprovoked. No one's forcing you to say any of these things.
And no one's forcing you to be in a relationship. If you don't want to be in a relationship, just don't do it.
And that's fine. Yeah, you can be friends. Like, it's cool.
You can be friends or you can hook up, which gives us onto our main topic of today, which is let's talk about sex, baby. So, I actually have a box, just like the pilot episode, I have a box of questions that we're going to pass around and we're going to ask each other these different questions. There are 4 different topics and 2 main questions or comments that I want us girls to dive into. As Cyrus clearly said earlier, this is an 18+ episode, so viewer discretion is advised.
Kids allowed.
But we are about to get into it, so let's go. So, as Kevin is the special guest here, he gets to go first with the first envelope. You better open her up, girl.
Okay.
It's a good one. It's juicy.
This is really fun.
How were you first introduced to sex education? That's a nice question.
Yeah.
It's a nice question, this is. I remember I was in primary school and we had sex ed classes. Like, it was kind of mixed.
Primary, damn.
Year 6 though.
Yeah, it was year 6.
Oh, year 6. What
Like
year 6?
secondary, like, would you?
That was your first sex education?
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah.
Damn. I had man in year 6 as well.
It was like a video. Then, like, I remember one lesson, the boys and girls were split. The boys we was like fucking around, playing, whatever. The girls having like period talks about like.
The girls
Yeah.
It was serious stuff.
They
was talking about.
separated from the group.
separated.
Yeah.
I remember that, but we're talking about gay sex, all about cis-het sex.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah,
Boring.
I wonder how it is now. Do they like talk about?
I
that
wonder
now?
what it is now.
Yeah, I doubt they'll
Let's talk
be.
about queer stuff.
But I doubt they'll be able to get into the ins and outs, like.
Talking about butt sex.
They talk about sex in like a reproductive way, not like.
Yeah. Like
yeah.
they speak about it about procreation stuff like that, not about pleasure.
They probably highlight being like, oh, it's okay if you like the
Yeah.
same gender. They probably promote that idea, but not the actual.
I hope they
interactional
do
sex.
anyway.
I hope they do.
Yeah.
I think light doesn't do too much.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was in year 8, I think. I know there was like an option for like parents to opt their children out of
Yeah,
sex
that's a thing.
education.
That was a big thing as well.
If I was a parent, I wouldn't opt out because they just need to know these
They
things.
need
at
to
the end of
know.
the day, like, and it's better that you get teachers to tell them instead of you have to give them the what's called the birds and the bees talk.
Would you give that to your kid though? Birds and the bees.
Yeah, I want to be very open with my children. Like, it has to
Oh,
be very,
yeah.
like a friendship,
Like a free-flowing
kind of,
thing.
'cause I was their age once, and I know like the thoughts they're gonna start to have.
Absolutely.
So it's better to just have that open conversation about sex when they're ready and when they're of age.
Especially now, like when they're growing up and they're experiencing those things, like they need to know. Similar to Kevin, I was first introduced to like cis-het sex, you know, in year 6. We had like a sexual education like video. It didn't really show us like intercourse, but it showed us like I don't know, like the egg meets the sperm, like that kind of thing. So I didn't really understand what was actually going on until a little bit later. But yeah, that was when I was first introduced to sexual education. Another question in there.
Is it? Wait, what?
There's 2 questions.
What? Oh, bitch, yeah. What do you think they should have taught us about sex?
That's a good question.
Like we said before about like just the queer stuff. But okay, not the actual interaction of queer sex,
Yeah.
but just how it's okay to like boys, you know what I mean? It's okay for girls to like girls. Or it's
Yeah.
okay to like both.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Or it's
That would be
okay
good.
not to know.
It's okay not to know.
You're a child. You might not know.
Also about like asexuality as well, because
Yeah.
imagine being asexual and being like a kid, like you have no attraction,
And you
no
don't
sexual attraction like that. You don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like confusing.
Absolutely.
Sexuality is a spectrum. Like growing up, I realized that like there's loads of different like attractions people have, and like it's
Yep.
sometimes very specific. So it's kind of like a sticky kind of topic, but just give as much as support you can.
That's it.
To people that like just from different facets of life. Like,
Absolutely.
life. So yeah, that's the, what they could do differently.
Yeah, I think I just echoed the same sentiment. Like, I just think that a bit more understanding into queer identities could be better.
One thing I want to add as well, like the idea of like transness and gender spectrum as well. I wish that was taught earlier because I didn't know about that kind of stuff until I had a trans friend.
Yeah.
And I felt quite annoying asking her like
those questions.
Those questions, you know what I mean?
That is quite jarring.
Although I did like Google it myself, but some stuff like you want to like hear from their experience.
Exactly.
You know?
It's different as well from different people, like what their trans journey is.
Okay, Mr. Cyrus, you go on to.
Do I pick any card?
Nope, the first one.
First one at the front.
Yes, please.
Experiences. Oof. Best sexual encounter.
Let's talk about sex, baby.
Best sexual encounter.
I'm thinking about that.
I don't have a man, so I'm gonna say from when I was on Orange Facebook, got to talking to someone. I think they were in obviously in East London. They live in East London, got their own place. You know when you like that, you know what each other's like. And
That's key.
You're both like experienced as
Yeah.
well. Because when people are not experienced, you can tell. And like when it comes to just like going into it, it's slow. It's seductive. I'm a very passionate babe, so I like to
Leave her
like,
down.
yeah, just let them know that a G-spot was here and it wasn't mine. So.
That is funny. Let's
That
talk
is
about sex,
funny.
baby. Yes, now Kevin.
Oh god.
This is hard.
I think for me, I was
Here we
dating
go.
a nigga during the pandemic.
Uh-huh.
You know it is, anyways.
Yes.
You know it is. And yeah, that was some good sex. That was some good sex.
Now remember the story.
Oh, the story. No, because like we was dating like, because that pandemic, like you have like all to do. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
All you could do is all day. Like, you can eat. That's it. But no, I think because of them, when we've got to like to learn each other's body, heal up my body,
Yeah.
and boy. I started him out, he started me out. It was a good experience. Like, he's the first person to make me like, nah,
It's free.
bitch. After that, I was whipped after that. Girl.
So would I.
But it became toxic. But I feel like the toxicity added to it.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so there's one story, yeah? Okay. Wow, I can't know I'm saying this.
I got her on.
So there's one
She is a freaky girl.
He was at my house.
Uh-huh.
And he left his clothes at my house, whatever. And we kind of like, we stopped dating, we like kind of broke up, you know, on and off. Mind you, this is a Pisces as well, so I think Pisces and Leos, we spin the block on each other.
Yeah.
Like, it's toxic.
Pisces.
I love that.
Pisces. No, they're hella manipulative side.
But you know what?
Sorry.
I played a game with them.
I know you do.
Like, it's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun. But yeah, no. So he left his shit at my house, innit? And we wasn't talking at this point. And I was like, and I was so I text him thinking, oh, like I still have your hoodie at my place. Like I'll just give it to you. He was like, yeah, sure, come over. So obviously I do. Like I knew what I was getting there for, anyways. Like yeah,
She came prepared.
I came prepared. Yeah, so I went to his yard. You know, I was outside his doorstep as well. Thinking, okay, here's your stuff.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go home now. Bye. He was like, oh, okay, just come in for a sec. Like I cooked some food.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. We knew we was both there for.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, we was there watching fucking Drag Race, you know, on the same couch.
You know what's about to go down.
You know what's about to go
The
down.
windows and like the eyes.
The eyes.
lips.
Yeah,
Bitch,
look at the
I
lips.
remember, because he was walking, shit. He was walking through the door, I was looking out the door as well.
Sorry.
And I bust past him. And I thought, like, on his,
Oh my
and his, like, tracksuit button, thinking, oh, you hard. Like, I'm not getting tonight.
That was your best sexual encounter?
Yeah.
Yeah, girl.
Anecdote.
I love that. Okay, for me, my best sexual encounter was with a particular person that was also kind of toxic. But like,
A man's friend, isn't it?
yeah. And like, it was just both Scorpios down. But it's just, you know what Cyrus was touching upon initially, like that I can't speak. We were both like really into each other, and like that natural chemistry really came out when we were, you know, doing the deed. And just as Cyrus was touching on, it was like we knew each other's points. Like he knew exactly what to do, when to do it, and it was just really toxic, but equally enjoyable. And I say toxic because we just weren't meant to be together. But it was just so enjoyable and so fulfilling that I was whipped for a very long time. And yeah, that was my best sexual encounter.
Just like that, girl.
Sometimes you have to like detach your brain from like the feelings. If you're just there for the sex,
it just makes it easier. Like when you know beforehand, like.
Yeah. But I feel like you have to go through that to know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like, how can you know that from naturally?
I know, but it's really hard to detach.
It's so hard. But I thought now I can detach.
Same girl.
I can. So now we have on to the worst sexual encounters. I hate this so much.
Did he paint on you? Is that what it was?
Yeah, we knew it.
Oh my god. Okay, so yeah, obviously, when it comes to like queer gay sex, someone has to be poked, and where they're poked, also other things not sanitary, and it's obviously like I'm not the type of person to be upset or like be angry at the person for it happening. Like I get that. I know I'm putting myself into like going into like a booty hole. Yeah. Basically, it was deal guy that I had like relations with. Yeah, deal guy. Bottom down. And it was like a last minute thing. Like
people don't have to do like clean stuff up properly because you should take like the tablet. No, it's true. Take the fucking tablet.
He was too excited just to have me. So like
okay, babe.
We got to doing things, and then obviously started smelling the smell, and then there was a puddle in the bed.
Puddle?
Yes.
Oh, bitch. Oh.
Like,
but it's his bed though, isn't it?
Puddle, but it was like, yeah, sneeze. Can't really deal with like that with someone else's body, and like how they choose to deal with it. It's up to them. I wouldn't make someone feel bad about it. Like
because these things are bound to happen because it's a booty hole.
Yeah, it's not the first time it's happened. Like people get really embarrassed about it. Like, very embarrassed.
I see it being embarrassing.
It's just how you respond to it.
Yeah, it's not shame that at all.
Absolutely.
Like, okay, cool. You're not clean, and that's it. What's Kevin's worst sexual encounter?
Oh,
girl.
I feel like you're gonna judge me after saying this.
Well, it's what you want to say.
This is we had orgasm, bitch.
Oh, really?
I was faking it, yeah. Because you know when someone doesn't have that kind of like rhythm. Bitch, no.
Like you're gonna judge me, and even went straight into it. It's just like, what happened? No.
If the person sees this, I'm sorry, but like
you just have to be a bit honest about it, don't you?
Censor things, it's fine. Like you have to,
that.
No.
That shit, I'm joking. No, but nah, like just to have the rhythm to like really give it. And like afterwards, she was saying like, "Oh, this is the best sex I've had." I'm like,
yeah, that's that.
That's what always happens.
Yeah.
Do you know what's worse about those type of people? They think they have it on lock. They come with confidence that I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do this, and then you're in the bed like,
right,
like girl,
a lady like me needs to be pleasured.
Like,
what are you doing, bruv?
Bruv. Like snoring away.
Faking it until he finished.
Yeah, I was kind of like urging them to finish as well. Like, not for me.
Was it like a long session? Or did it finish quickly?
He wanted it to be long, and he wanted me to stay as well.
He wanted you to stay, girl.
Yeah, girl, and smoke and all that kind of stuff.
You were like, no, we're not down like that, girl.
Not down like that. I wasn't feeling him like that as well. I don't even know why I went. I don't know why I do things sometimes.
But sometimes it's out of bourder.
I was young as well.
And you're young, and you have the urge. We're people, and you know.
I wouldn't do it now. Like I'm too good for that shit now.
No, absolutely not. Really quickly, my worst sexual encounter was I spoke about in the pilot episode. Went to a particular person's house and something stank. And I turned around and I said, "Damn, do you not even wash yourself? Like, what is going on, mama?" Like, it made me feel like sick. Like, not even washing the behind. Like, what's going on? Do you not wash your legs? Like, shit. So that was like traumatic because the stench was ching. Yeah, that was a terrible experience because I had to stay in the bed, as you know. But anyway.
Right. Thank you for sharing. So now we on to another one of experiences, turn offs and turn ons. So my turn on,
Ooh, go get into it.
I have sensitive nipples, so like
Oh, I didn't know that.
play with my boobies and then you'll get the time of your life, honey.
Yeah, I did not know that, girl.
I'm getting choked.
Ugh.
Like, just choke me. Like I don't want to breathe.
What do you call it? Autoerotic asphyxiation.
Yes.
Wonder.
My biggest turn on is a nibble in the ear. That will get me there quick. Absolutely.
Should we do like quick non-sexual turn-ons as well? My non-sexual turn-on is someone who is just like a caregiver. Just like, you good?
Oh, you love that so much.
My love language is
I love that as well.
So like, just the little things, like just get a drink that I like or something. Like that's I love that.
Come back to me. Declan, you go.
My non-sexual turn on is just someone who's this is a bit toxic, but someone
Scorpio
who like keeps me on my toes. Like, you know when like you're somewhat cussing someone and they like hit you back like that and you're like, oh shit.
Okay.
Like, oh my
Scorpio.
God. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, guys, like that's one of my non-sexual turn on. And again, someone that is like really supportive. Like if I say like, oh, I've got a cold and you go and get me like, I don't know, like medicine.
Yeah.
It's cute.
Non-sexual turn on. I don't think what's my most one. I like someone just give me like, because I'm very like Leo of me, but the attention.
Yes,
Like,
Leo down.
attention to the details about me as well. Like, even the detailed things.
I love that.
I'm like, oh, you really do listen. You know what I mean? Because people don't listen nowadays.
They don't.
They don't.
Hey guys, so we're on the last one of experiences, which is turn offs. Turn offs.
Sorry, my handwriting.
Turn offs. I don't like. Some people like to be rude. Or just like.
They're purposely rude, isn't it?
Like yeah, but like.
I think it's cute and hot.
Yeah, I think it's hot. That's not
attractive to me
like,
at all.
It's not like trying to give attitude when I'm not that kind of person. Like
I don't like that.
Yeah,
No.
like I'm just I'm just cool. I'm like keen with you. Like just be nice kind of thing. That's like a turn off for me. And like sexual one, I guess would be. I'm not into like the whole like being like what's called thrown around the rough shit. I can do it if someone wants me to, but don't do it to me.
She doesn't like to be dominated.
Right. If someone slapped me or did anything, I would lose my shit. You can like I'm actually yeah. On the other hand.
Wow! I got that, bitch! Fuck you!
Shade!
Oh my god.
That was a palm tree right there.
Okay. A turn off. Let me think. What turns me off about so? You know what I don't like?
Go on, girl.
And I think a lot of gay people like this stuff, kind of stuff. The whole leather play and that. A whole bondage stuff. But like, there's bondage in terms of like handcuffs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's fine. But like wearing like, the leather stuff, boots and stuff like that. I don't like that.
Like licking the boots and stuff like that.
Why? That's weird stuff.
It's to do with like dominant and submissive though, but it's like a whole nother.
That's a whole nother. I don't mind a dom submissive kind of like dynamic, but that level now. No, but yeah, that level's a bit too much. You know what I mean? It's too far.
But into it, like
if you're into it,
if you're into it, then it's
just don't come to my DMs with it.
Yeah, exactly.
or like race play.
Oh my god! Well, I don't fuck with.
Well, I didn't discriminate, but there's people that will message.
I have to before.
Hell no.
But I message you about that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
it
on
happens,
Facebook.
yeah,
it
on
happens
Orange
all the time.
Facebook.
Like you get
God.
race like discriminated.
Absolutely.
See, so
like
why do you also have that app for free and you get discriminated like that?
I'm not on
I
that
don't use
app.
it anymore.
I'm not on that app.
Yeah. I haven't been on it in a while.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not on that app.
Okay, let's take everyone's phones. You can
You can take my phone, girl.
It's there, but I just haven't been on it. But yeah.
My biggest turn off, someone's unhygienic. Like if
Oh,
your
yeah,
breath
that's it.
stinks, if your armpit's smelling, if you're smelling, then another one is just rude people. Do you know like when you've been flirting with me in the DMs, but then when I see you in person, why are you walking past me?
Oh my god, I hate that.
Why do gays do that? Like, that's so common. Like, every time you know who I am, you've introduced yourself to me, and like you're like, oh, what's your name again? Or like, oh, like why are you pretending like you weren't trying to flirt? But anyway,
right? Because ever see the DMs now. Now what?
Absolutely,
It's an ego thing.
So what is hookup culture? I think just fucking around, isn't it? Like to have multiple partners doing your thing.
Yeah, hookup culture to me means like you're just indulging in sexual activity, but just like no strings attached kind of thing.
Yeah.
It could be with a friend, it could be with anyone, a stranger.
Yeah, sometimes it's stranger, sometimes it's like people you know, I guess. Like, the culture is there because you have like the burner snaps, you have the burner Twitters.
Absolutely.
Twitter, like, it's very much a culture, but if you want to dive into that culture, just make sure you navigate it properly, please.
And be safe.
Be very safe. And we on this podcast really prioritize safe sex, consent. Please know your status, get tested. There are services that I'll link in the description below that you can go and find out your status and all of that good jazz. So the next question is, can you hook up with a friend? And then the caveat to that question, can you hook up with each other? Would you hook up with each other?
Out of us?
Yes.
Hell no.
I'll hook up with Declan.
I feel honoured. I feel very honoured.
Say that on my chest, yeah.
I'm very honoured.
Nah, you two are my sisters.
This one I'm a bit 50-50 on because I'm curious about Cyrus purely because the way like Redacted was really interested in him before. I want to know what the tea was.
Sex, that's the craziest thing.
And
What? What?
Let's move on. Okay. So last one is porn for thoughts. Ew. Okay. So what were your first encounters with porn or pornography?
Oh my, that's funny. Okay, who's answering first?
Our guest.
Oh my gosh. People think I'm weird. Why can't I say it?
I'm a bit too.
I kind of came across like anime porn. Like, the first like kind of like porn, I was like,
What is that called?
hentai.
Hentai, yeah.
Hentai. I was like, oh, like what is this? And like, there's very two extremes of it. I can get very extreme.
Yeah, because they have characters of like things that we like watching as well. like
yeah. Oh my god, these guys look like games. Oh wow, I was sucked in as a kid. But yeah, that and Tumblr. Right. I used to be on Tumblr a lot. yeah.
Mine was, I used to like Google like boys kissing on YouTube. Yeah. I
was that kid,
really?
On YouTube,
I did
and
the
I was
same.
like, it went from there. Then I found this website and it was called Skeezy or something like that. It was like one of the first like gay like websites I found.
Not
That's like the first one I found.
It's like a porn website, Skeezy.
Yeah, it was porn.
I've
heard of it.
I'm
gonna research it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go home and do some research.
I don't think you guys like it because it's like.
What was it?
Okay.
So, but obviously I upgraded to the new ones now. Like,
I used Twitter the new one to be honest. I use Twitter
I
nowadays.
use just actual porn website. The plug. I'm so
That's my fave.
yeah, because Twitter's not long enough.
That's fine. That's gonna be quick enough.
I need a full scene.
Yeah.
I skip through the middle. I have to see what
Yeah,
position
beginning,
they do,
middle, end.
how they finish, how they start.
Yeah.
I hate when they have a storyline.
I hate a storyline, but I like to see foreplay.
Yes.
You know.
I like
Okay,
football.
okay.
I
Yeah,
like
that makes sense.
passion. Like I hate when they speak. It just breaks their lead.
Yeah.
Fuck. Like.
Or like I like the teasing, and then that turns me on.
Yeah, and the production has to be good. It has to be the right angles as well. I have to see the faces.
Just to talk for eye contact.
Yeah.
If I was a porn videographer, I would get the best angles of the. Because you have like the hottest people, and you can't see them.
You can't see their faces. They're only showing anatomy, and it's like.
Yeah.
Can you like show me the facial expression? Fake it at least. Anyway, my first encounter with porn was when I was a kid. I was a child. I probably googled like gay men kissing or something like that, and then there was a particular studio. It was gone, and then like I saw. And like
Oh shit!
like all of those like hot people, but it was mainly white people at first.
Yeah.
And then I got into the blacks. Like,
City Boy and Giovanni?
Giovanni. Yeah, that was the classic.
That was a classic
It was like, what was one there? So like
Giovanni, yeah.
wet like room or something. Like it was like
yeah, like that. Yeah. And XL. Shout out to XL because I loved XL. He's so hot. Okay, next question. Yeah. So, has pornography taught you a lot about pleasure and sex, or has it been detrimental to your understandings of sex?
I feel like it can be detrimental about the self-awareness of sex. Because some people, I feel like some have the impression of like, oh yeah, stick inside, about open up the bottom, and yeah, that's pleasurable. Do you know what I mean?
It's very disappointing.
Do you know what I mean? So I think for me, that you have to like. I think my experience helped me learn like what pleasurable sex is and how sex should be like, aside from like the whole imagery of porn.
Absolutely.
But yeah.
For me,
that's a good answer. Sorry.
It was definitely doing it yourself and like figuring it out, like what you like. Because obviously, when I was younger, I didn't know nothing. Like I threw myself into the deep end, trying to bottom and trying to talk. It wasn't working. Like, and now
it's so funny.
It's so funny, yeah.
Because what we know now about Miss Girl is like the complete opposite of that. But yeah,
having experiences now is I learn what I like and what other people like, and how the things they have to go through to get their bodies to that point where they can have sex. And it's a lot of trust. There's a lot of mental
trust,
mental thought to like put yourself in that such a vulnerable position for being a bottom, and like as a top, that's something that you should know. But yeah, it's
yeah.
They don't show you that in porn because obviously you just go there, they're clean as hell, and like,
yeah,
you don't know if these people are like not eating for 24 hours or like what's the tablets that they be taking?
Pure for men.
Yeah, stuff like
Pure
that.
for men, and that what's that thing that makes them? What's that
Viagra?
thing? Yeah, Viagra. Yeah,
yeah,
that too.
Yeah. It's not real. Like, don't get your education from porn. Find someone you trust and like explore them.
Yeah, explore with them. And I echo that sentiment. I think is important not to just see what you like, you know, those interactions and think that's what sex is in real life, because they're acting. Like, forget that. You know, it's a performance. They're not actually into each other. I used to think they were in love with each other.
Same.
I used to be devastated. I watched Love and Video. I'm like, wait. But yeah, just be careful with that. But I definitely learned a few like positions and stuff through pornography. Like I learned like stuff like that and learned how to try a few things. So yeah.
That's the positions.
Ooh. Let's shake it up.
Okay, guys, we are now entering our cool down section. So we're going to talk about some of the experiences that you have shared with us.
We shared a link on our Instagram stories, and hopefully you guys have submitted some interesting saucy rendezvous that we're going to get into.
Let me read the first one. Okay, this one is quite long. So this one's with a friend who I kiss sometimes. I stepped on a suitcase and asked what was inside. He opened it and it was sex toys and kinky stuff. Strap-ons, vibrators, paddles, rope, butt plugs, handcuffs, etc.
Wow.
Probably more stuff than that.
That sounds like a department store.
I think a suitcase worth.
Yeah.
We spent like 24 hours eating food, playing video games, and exploring kinks. Pegging was my fave. Okay.
Well, all right now.
You like to peg, honey.
Well, we love sexual liberation and exploration, stimulation everywhere.
That's nice.
What are your thoughts on that? Like the sexual toys and everything.
If I'm being honest, if I'm hooking up with someone and I just stumble on that, I'll be a little bit intimidated because I'll be like, what the? But I think I do have a department store in your suitcase, but at the same time, no. But I do recognize that people are like sexually liberated and like to do those different type of things. So I recognize that for someone else, and congrats and have fun on your sexual journey. But for me, I feel like initially I'll be a little bit intimidated, and then he'll be like, oh yeah, let me show you a few things, and then
the next level, honestly, like if you want to get to that level of sex,
what
you be doing. Like, 'cause I know people that had like fat dildos and stuff. Like, it's crazy.
Like what?
Fat dildos, like the big ones, like the forearm size.
Imagine the forearm size.
Like those kind of shit. I'm like, yeah. People are really into that stuff, and like I like the fact that you're like chilling together. Like,
it's chill vibes.
That is really nice, and yeah, I'm glad that you guys have that relationship where you guys are not just here for sex, but you guys obviously have a nice connection, even if it's platonic.
And I'm interested in like why pegging was your favorite as well, because you don't have any pleasure. Maybe you see pleasure.
No, but maybe they do receive pleasure from
their
being dominant. Yeah,
that's what I was gonna say. Like,
yeah,
A lot of people are like
that's another like interesting food for thought. Like, pleasure just food for thought. Like,
but thank you for sharing.
Thank you for come on. We had a time.
Yeah.
The second one is we hooked up. We hooked up at the back of his dad's car. His family and mine met at a social event, and there was nowhere to go but his dad's car parked far away. It was worth it. Laughed my fucking ass off. It was a Lounge Range Rover. Come on.
Oh,
Got the coin.
no, literally.
I love that. At the back of a car? Have y'all done anything at the back of a car before? The steam in the window. You know,
the steam in the window.
The steam in the window. That's what you need.
But make sure you know the spot, because people can like walk past and don't know what's going on.
And we're not. Yeah, just be careful. We're not advocating for like.
It's a crime, you know.
Yeah, it is a crime.
It's a crime.
Be careful. We're not advocating for displaying yourself in front of children, stuff like that. Please don't do that. But yeah.
That was the extent of our question.
Great. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to this episode of We Had a Time, and thank you to our special guest.
Guys, invite me back. I'm down to come back.
Two of this actually. I like this discussion.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that.
Yeah,
That's cute.
Yeah,
more things to talk about. Yeah.
Way more things, girl.
way more things to talk about, and we're so grateful that you came and were open and honest with us on this podcast. And obviously, you're an honorary member, so come along.
Always be ready to clock in and buckle up, because this is
We Had a Time. Thank you, guys.